Mr. Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll be relatively quick. As a VFR general aviation pilot, I can tell you, you've answered my questions. My biggest concern would be the exemption for someone flying in uncontrolled airspace. I think that's necessary. You've answered the question. I also think your 10-year rollout is quite reasonable. And the fact that you can get benefits today, I can imagine a lot of people would go ahead and move forward. And there's always a cost issue to most anything. I don't think the cost here, for most people that are flying airplanes, there's a basic cost in that hobby. And while there is a cost here, I don't think that's going to be a detriment to those who want to continue flying, and I think the safety far outweighs it. So I applaud everything you're doing there. But let me bring up one thing maybe a little bit off topic. I was county executive of Erie County when Colgan Flight 3407 went down a mile from my house. That was about 5 years ago. And as frustrated as I was and others with some of the FAA delays on the safety issues that came out of the Airline Safety and FAA Extension Act in 2010, they're mostly now implemented. The pilot fatigue, the pilot training, and the new licensing requirements are all now implemented, and that's good. But could you quickly update me on the last remaining piece, which is the pilot record database? In this case, the pilot had failed several check rides. He did not disclose that on his application to Colgan. There was no way for Colgan to verify that, in fact, this particular pilot, and it was 100% pilot error, crashed because of the lack of knowing that he was frankly just not qualified. Can you update me and those in Western New York especially where we stand on the database?
Sure. To go back to the beginning, the Act required a 90-day period to begin the development on the pilot records database, and we did meet that. We established an aviation rulemaking committee in February of 2011, which delivered their report to us later that year in July. In August, we issued what we call an info. That's an information for operators to ensure that the industry is aware of the need to retain records, all in anticipation of the development of the planned pilot records database. In August of 2012, we conducted 2 IT proof of concept tests to determine whether we have a workable technical solution, because this is information that comes from a whole lot of different sources. Based on those results, we did initiate a rulemaking and are currently working toward the development of the notice, which we hope to publish soon.
Any guesstimate on when this might be finished?
I'll have to take an IOU and get back to you.
Yeah, could you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get questioned about that all the time.
Sure.
Yeah, thank
okay.
you. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.